Make sure you photo ready when you see the game. I thought I told you lames, we are not.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. On first down, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. And that's this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Forced out to his left. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Mahomes now on first down. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Breaks the tackle now with Allen. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, a guy who considers himself underrated, has told his detractors to put some respect on his name. Hard not to respect a run like that.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Mahomes now on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And a nice spin into some open field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now here's a throw that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Well, one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Good stuff. But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Touchdown! Travis Kelce with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, It didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
All day, just like that.
Prescott to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down. Prescott connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give to Elliott. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 90 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Greg Zerline on for the field goal. A 15-yard attempt.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw, because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And the final readout on Next Gen Stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, he'll fire this deep for Gallup. And Prescott, his third interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. CeeDee Lamb is intended target.
That'll bring up second down. Prescott down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
53's the mic. 53.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, 74 yards. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, Now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be...
It's caught inside the 25. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 83 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in, already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Oh, you got deep?
Mahomes going to throw. Open man is Darius Fountain. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked off by Malik Hooker, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Dallas, Texas is the spot, third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Flushed out right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room.
Touchdown! Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Cowboys 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Frank Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target.
But now it'll be 3rd down.
Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Check back the left, check back the left. So we got man.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Hey, check my yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This one complete into the hands of Darius Fountain. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now here's Mahomes. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a 1st. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. To try again after the sack. Mahomes caught. Kelsey left side. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Come on, time to play.
Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 1st down, Prescott. He's going to let it go again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Dorrance Armstrong. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack on first down, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big,
and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down at KC territory. 36 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Oh, the Cowboys recovered it. Yes, Cowboy football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes looking for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Now it's Mahomes again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them.